Alright, good afternoon, everybody. We are going to get started. We were able to pull off a miracle with Beep. He was able to just run in and snatch a bunch of Beep Thing eggs and make a break for it before becoming Beep Thing Chow. That gave us enough money to get our working recruits armed and armored. We just need to get a few of them a melee weapon, and then they'll be ready to be taken out and tested in battle. Once we get them blooded, we'll bring them back, leave them to guard the base with the turret guards, and we'll take the rest of the experienced members and go collect some Garu. Well, Garu, hopefully we'll be doing bulls would be best, but pack animals in general. Right now we just want to get them enough walk around food to split between them, and then we're going to try and find some melee weapons over in the hub. It's really going to come down to how do they handle themselves, but they're not going to be as large of a squad as the previous one, so we'll have to take a little bit easier fights. But Beep's also going to be able to carry them a little bit with how strong he is and his experience. Looks like it's going pretty well. We took a beating, but that's what happens when you're outnumbered. Whoop. And now there's a dust bandit coming for us. We'll take Beep off range and make sure he's getting in their face. Beep is ready to destroy all of his enemies. Now let's group up. We don't want to split up. Oh geez, what have these two got themselves into? So like before, like I was saying, this is a much weaker group in general, but they're still going to be able to take some beatings, get some experience, make sure they're more capable of defending the base. Beep's still injured from his little solo act. We're going to have to be very careful about how we do this. Make sure he doesn't go down, because that's going to be bad if he does. We do have 2 people that don't even have melee weapons. I wouldn't be surprised if that's who got whooped. No, he's got a great weapon. But Zim didn't. And Cat still doesn't. I think we'll have them make their way up here, and Beat can run ahead. See if we can grab some swords, get people in beds. It's going to be a bit of a process with them being such a small squad, but this is what we've got to start with for now. Thieves Guild. Only 1 sword. You are letting me down, dude. You are letting me down. And it's not even that great. No Dachi. If I was going to do that, I would just go buy a good one. Well, that's annoying, but we'll let them rest up. And we'll grab some weapons for them while they're resting. Although Beep's not really in much better condition, he could really use some help. Ooh. Cat, put down Birmingham, or Zim. Who's got the messed up legs? Zill. Beep, pick up Zill, and we can go a little faster. Birmingham, why are you being difficult? We just want to make sure everybody gets some rest. We don't want them going back out very wounded like they are. We also had to make some compromises on gear here and there. Some of them are only wearing standard stuff here and there. Zill can't wear shoes. Hiver. Zem could use some shoes. We're gonna get Beep in an actual bed. Prayer Day is on the way to our outpost? You can't do Prayer Day here? No way. I don't like the sound of that. I did not think we were going to do Prayer Day. They're going to see all of the different kinds of people we have, and they're going to get pissed off. Bandit Demands has gotten whooped. How far is Prayer Day? And where are they coming from? Oh, they are probably almost here. That is not good. That just doesn't sound right. This shouldn't be Holy Nation territory. We're getting hit up by the Shek. I can't believe that. I guess anywhere in the border zone, that's the mistake we made. If we'd have done Sten Desert, we wouldn't have to deal with both. This is the first Prayer Day I've had. When are they getting there? On the way. They're like on the way. Oh boy. Our food production was so cracked out of its mind that we should be good for a while. We've even filled up the animal feeders for the most part. Looks like Jinsei is the last one that's still fairly injured. Beep, you want to come up here and bring some food? Not really a big fan of Prayer Day heading my way. That's going to be a whole problem. Because I don't think they're going to just accept the fact that a Greenlander's going to answer the door. I think they're going to see all the people we have and freak out. And they have arrived. I guess it's time to find out. Do we even let them talk to us? Do we just go for it? I feel like it would be the end of us if we started something right now. I think we're gonna have to play it slick and hope for the best. Yeah, these guys are tough. I don't have the Holy Flame. Okay. You say the right hippity hoppity flippity floppity. Okay. And he's just gonna leave. Okay. So that wasn't as big of a deal as I thought it was. That's good. I've had it happen where that's all it takes. They show up, you got any females or non-humans, and it's done. They're ready to fight. So I'm glad that was not the case here. Actually, let's just have Beep. He'll beat a AdMag and back with the weapons before the other guys get anywhere near it. Let's see. We ideally need 2 or 3 weapons. But yeah, you can see they're trying to head this way, but they're so slow compared to Beep. Well, that's kind of a bummer. Still just no good weapons, but they're good enough, I suppose. guys just standing there? Oh, they're at base. We'll just have you meet Beep back here. At least the gunners can keep an eye on you here. What are they looking at stat-wise? Crossbows and precision shooting didn't go very far. Beep. Who needs it? It is Cat and Zim. And then we need to look at getting everyone good melee weapons soon. Griffin, you don't have one either. That's what I thought. We are going to give Griffin a good weapon. Just to ease his pain of no longer getting to be a sneaky scout. Okay, we've got everyone at least somewhat equipped. They are not going to be able to go deal with the settled nomads, so we're just going to take them where we know there's going to be some enemies they can fight. We are going to need to grab more food, though. I don't think that what we have for food is going to cut it. It's very minimal. And with how slow they're going to be, we're going to need a lot of food. So let's get everybody loaded on food. Beep, you can carry the backup food. We know you're strong enough, so. Alright, we'll take them over there. That's not what I want you to do. Go this way. We'll just see if we can get them into some trouble. That's all they're really looking for is a quick fight or two. We also could do the recruiting. But we don't have enough armor and weapons for more recruits. Let's see what we've got. Take casual over here. Yeah, we only got enough for like one more person and they'd still be missing a helmet, so. First things first, get some pack animals, get some consistent income. But we're gonna do that with... Why is Bombingham off on his own? Dude, what are you doing? We missed Cyber Beep's montage. Or his little... Sheesh. His whole dialogue. Cyber Beep. Alright, let's try and keep everyone together this time. That would be great, I think. No, for real, guys. Stay together. What is with these guys? They're just not wanting to go anywhere together. I want you over here. We're just looking for bandits in all the wrong places, apparently. We're also doing this so that we're walking around. One of the dust bandits must have crept in. We're walking around to increase their strength since they're pretty overburdened. They'll be getting stronger as we walk around. This time we're gonna stagger everybody just a little bit. Make sure we're not too balled up. And we'll put Beep on taunt. There we go. That worked out much better this time. We weren't quite as outnumbered, but we also were able to not have every single person engaged in a melee fight. That looked promising over here. These are going to be dust bandits, though. We can't play around too much with these guys. We want to try and catch some on the edge. Let them come to us. Get Beep out in front. Keep Jinsei back. Make sure he doesn't get involved in the melee. Yeah, now they're getting the hang of it. Scoop the death ball up. Yeah, Beep taunting seems to really give them a lot more breathing room too. Yeah, that worked great. You know what we really need though is med kits. We're running on Beep and Zim only. Yep, we're gonna need some med kits. We'll hit the way station. We're gonna stay together and we're gonna hit the way station. That's two good bandit fights after the first one where we didn't get just stomped out this time, and I think that's just making sure we actually use our crossbows for what they're for, to whittle people down and give us an advantage. So really all I've got to do is unclick Beep. That way I can move the death ball around, but Beep will naturally just charge into combat and start chopping fools. But if that's the way I'm going to do it, I'm probably going to give him his big sword back. Okay. They don't have the best stuff here, but they got something at least. Why is the military... How are people getting in? They must just be bombarding and shoving through somehow. So strange. Yeah, they pile up, and then there's enough of them that they shove through. Looks like Jaglonger must have gotten hurt somehow. Okay. Well, now that we've got everybody a little bit of medical supplies, that'll help a little bit. Looks like there's something going on. We can think of the numbers in the distance as hearing a battle far off. Looks like Tech Hunters versus Dust Bandits. We can back up the Tech Hunters on that. Yeah. We'll post up here. Take Beep off of the people I'm moving. Just follow him around. Where? Okay, I am tired of bandits. You can go in there and starve to death. And we're just kind of speeding through this combat because this is just quick and dirty to get us blooded. We're not trying to... There's nothing fancy going on here. Looks like Inu's doing okay. He's able to patch himself up. We're not going to get a lot of money looting these guys. It's not terribly worth it. Is there anything worth taking? Yeah, and we didn't really come with enough bags and room in those bags to do a lot of purchasing, or a lot of looting. But that's okay. We are just out here to kick some ass. I will try and slow down a little bit on the next time we have a fight, get some cinema going here. But I'm pretty happy with how things are going. As long as Beep kind of charges in, he'll keep the initial onslaught off of them, let them lay down some covering fire. Kind of just pings off a Beep or misses outright. Their precision shooting's coming up too. It's too bad we couldn't just take the bulls. And I really don't know how well this setup of a squad would do against beak things. I'm concerned that they would get absolutely annihilated, especially in this low a number. But I don't think the toothpicks are going to do enough damage to really matter against beak things. Whoop. Yeah, Beep's taking it to him just fine.
I was able to go return the battery that was in the trunk and got $24 put back on.
Nice. Alright, let's resume the whooping. Oh yeah, Cinema. I remember as the last guy standing is all that's left. My bad, guys. We're just mowing these guys down. Oh, poor Beep. Oh, this is what you get. Oh, I should have made this the thumbnail. Look at that. Look at that. We've got to get that. That's too good. What in the world? Oh, my guy. Beep, can you pick up that cup, please? It's ruining the shot. There we go. That's too good. That's just too good. This poor guy takes these goobers out for some training and is getting lit up. Bombingham, are you out of ammo or something? No? What were you doing there, buddy? Seems like nobody's really getting hurt except Beep. He's kind of getting shot up a little. What's going on here? Bombingham, stop. You're tweaking. Do we see any lights in the distance? No? Wow, it's pretty cleared out here. I'm surprised there's so few enemies out here. Well, the way I look at it, we shouldn't lose anybody. We're so close. Let's head straight to the settled nomads, and if it starts to get hairy, we'll just do a last stand and have Beep just grab people and get them out of there one at a time if he has to. Looks like we got here after dark still. They'll be up soon though. It won't be too long. Let's get everyone up on the platform. Didn't even think about that. This might just be a shooting range for us. Let's put Beep on ranged as well. At least those arrows go away after a while. Poor Beep was getting shot up by his own team. Let's come up here. No. I do want everyone to hold. Oh, everybody get up there. Get towards the back of it. Apparently this guy's just up here. Oh no, we might be able to do this. That was pretty good. That might be a thing. I might have really underestimated how powerful these things are. Now, if they ever matched us in numbers, we're absolutely in trouble. But
Hi, Dad. It's alright, I added sweet chili sauce.
sorry, my wife had to ask me a question. We just had dinner and she just wanted to tell me how good it was. So let's see if we can get in here. We're going to get some cinema against some weak enemies. I'm going to take everyone off of hold. Everyone's on ranged except Beep. We'll have Beep charge in. And you don't normally need to micro this much. This is just to make sure they're getting enough time to shoot. Having Beep get out there makes a lot of them kind of line up to shoot at him. Oh yeah, cinema. We gotta do it. I gotta do it for you guys. I like to just blast through these guys, but we gotta do it. Look at them. We're unloading on them. Beep's just in there, chopping them up. And we're just over here missing horribly, so we're going to scoot up. Gotta practice sometime, right? The fights are going well, though. Pretty happy with that. We're going to have to escort some animals back, so I really hope we get bulls. I want bulls. You guys open? Hello? Sir, wake up and sell me stuff. Goats. We'll just have an indestructible army of goats. We'll start with one bull. I don't want to buy a ton of animals. What do I name this guy? What do I name him? Oh no. I'm completely out of creativity all of a sudden. We're naming him Chomper. And spelling it right. Because I watched cartoons as a kid. Your name is Chomper now. Let's go. Alright. We're going to put him on following Beep. We'll make that a job too, so he just stays by Beep. We are going to get out of here though, out of Beep Thing territory, especially while we have an animal. Looks like he can keep up with us. I'm tempted. Oh, this is where we can get into some trouble though. If we really want to see how bad their ass is. Oh, but the bull's got to get out of the way. Yeah, we don't want him following Beep at all. We want him on hold passive, because otherwise he's going to get shot all to hell. Yeah, having pack animals with us is going to be interesting. I guess at this point it's not... Oh, we didn't buy him a backpack. We got to go back. We made a goof. I guess at this point it's not too crazy to just have Beep carry him. He's definitely strong enough to carry a bull. Does say he's encumbered though. That's kind of wild. I guess that's 2 full food packs for you. But even encumbered, he's going to be super fast. I need animal bags. Yeah, it does look like that's less than a Garu backpack, but the bull will at least somewhat be able to defend itself. But it does not have armor, so maybe we should have got a Garu. We don't have another Hercules to carry anything but the bull. We'll put Beep back on ranged. Oh no, not bandit demands. What are we gonna do? We're gonna shoot him. We're absolutely not even remotely concerned about bandit demands. Not even a blip on the radar. There you go. There's your bandit demands. Oh goodness. It's a total joke. Now if we run into any actual serious stuff, like when we start a war with the Holy Nation, that's going to be a whole different program. But having Chomper now, we should be able to go back to kind of normal operations where these guys will be able to help defend the base. They're obviously not as good as our other guys. They're not nearly as well skilled, but they're at least competent. We shouldn't have any problem, one, between the harpoon people, But between them and just having these guys be at least somewhat able to fight and equipped to fight, we shouldn't have any problems. We should be able to leave them at the base with just the turret guards. We'll take the rest of the military and do some recruiting. Because this squad, the military squad's 9 people. It's not that many, but we'll get them geared up. It also means if we have to, we could take everyone but the turret squad, and our food production is just so out of control good that it won't matter. Because if I go, oh guys, come on. I want you to come over here. Please. There you go. If I come over here and look at our food, it's like packed full. Just from what we had previously. We're starting to keep up with our green fruit. But we have so much food. And we're going to keep the animal feeders full. These out here are still pretty full. We shouldn't have any trouble. And if we start to run low, we'll buy some. We'll figure something out, but it shouldn't be a problem. Oron, where are you? How? It's just the 2 of you. Shoot that thing. Oron, get back inside, you goober. Ooh, that guy didn't make it. Oh, it says aimless because Chomper's the last in the group. Haha, the Finnick is back. We are trying out our new guys. We took all our people that were making food and sent them out with General Beep. Put them through a few fights, and they got stomped in their first fight. But once I started actually using my brain and positioning them properly, we were just mowing bandits down. We will probably have to leave at least one guy behind, though, to just be there. We could probably leave me behind. Yeah, because we're going to need a human. We're going to need a human left behind at all times. We can't just leave the turret guards. So I'll probably stay at base, let General Beep go out there, run our caravan. You must be with them. Holy Nation scumbags? Now we're getting a bad rap. Like, how could you think we're Holy Nation? That's crazy. I can't believe they think we're Holy Nation. Well, you're about to find out. We are not. We're from the Blasting Nation. You're about to get blasted. We don't want to be downhill of anybody. There we go. starting to get the hang of this shooting. Let's see what we've got here. Holy Nation is coming in 2 days. 1 day for tribute. That's crazy. At least we've got the food. Alright, so I'm going to put these guys on base. Have me leading it. We're going to have to put me on engineering. We'll build something basic to help with that. Are these guys are shooting with lights. Honestly, we could put me on this one. Height bonus. Why does he have a 0% bonus? That's so strange. Oh, it hadn't calculated it because he hadn't shot yet. Alright, we need to build something. Lights. Where can I put spotlights? I don't want to burn through a lot of stuff. We can put spotlights here. We want him on engineering above turret guarding, which isn't working. Or maybe it is working. Hold on. I just need to open the gate. No, it isn't working, but that's fine. He doesn't need to be turret guarding. Alright. We need to come up with some names for our squad, what we're going to call ourselves, things like that. What we're going to call our hometown. Alright. I'm going to put Chomper down. Looks like he'll eat out of anything that's sitting outside already, which is good. We'll have him carry a lot of food for us. Beep, you pick up Chomper. Everybody needs to make sure they're off of jobs. They're on ranged. We don't need Beep on taunt. And then whenever we're home, we'll put people back on jobs and let them work and do what they gotta do. But now we should have a ton of copper ready to sell. Yep. So Beep. We'll put Chomper on hold and passive, and then we can just run everyone in front of him. That should work. they should be okay while we run this around selling stuff. We can only hope. See, this is where it'd be a little cheesy for Beep to just pick him up, because if he picks him up, we'll just be able to walk a lot faster. Yeah. It's kind of cheesy to be able to just pick him up. And while I'd probably do that on my solo playthrough, just because you got to take what you can get. And my solo guy's strength is at 90, so he can literally carry a full-size car without a problem. We're going to go this route. It is a little bit slower, but it'll also get our pack animal to strength up. And once he does, he'll be able to actually carry heavy stuff for us without it being a problem. We just got to have him long enough for him to grow up, and we got to walk him around working on his strength. So if we look at Chomper, his strength's coming up nicely. Yeah, for whatever reason, those guys didn't like us, but we're not going to go starting anything with them. And we don't want to walk inside with the whole squad. That'll be obnoxious. Ooh, see? I'm not crazy. They are sitting out here hungry. They were starving, some of them. Maybe because they're staying in combat for too long. That's the only thing I can think. Yeah, happy to see you too, brother. Yeah, that was nice. Got some money. Yeah, I don't think they're getting past our turret guards anytime soon. And now that Beep's staying in our ball of archers, and we don't have to move him forward, and we can move him with the group, we can just move Chomper back anytime we get into a fight. But yeah, we'll sell all this off, and that'll give us the money to look at getting more armor, better equipment, things like that. We also need to get new recruits. And whenever we leave, I'll probably just load the bull up with whatever we're selling and some extra food if I can. That does make me wonder, though, is anybody... No one's operating the copper mine. So we're going to run out of stuff to sell. Does anyone have a lantern? Yep, give that to casual. And we're just gonna have you guys keep some food on you for now. That way they don't end up having that same issue. And we're not going to be able to sell off to the Holy Nation, so we'll actually head back towards Squin and sell to them. So here's what I was talking about. We're just going to back Chomper up. And then uncheck him. We should be able... Inu, are you... Oh, a lot of our guys are missing ammo. Okay. Let's give Inu some ammo. Is anyone else missing ammo? I think it was just her, maybe Soto. Yeah, Soto's missing ammo too. Should have checked everybody's loadout. We'll do that when we get back. We don't want anybody on taunt. We want them just attacking whoever. Move everybody up to Chomper. Get everybody mediced up. We'll head back to Squin. And this will be just how we get our money made. We're probably... Kang, what are you doing? Oh, you don't see anybody to shoot. We're probably going to want more than just him operating the copper. Not sure what I'm going to do about that though. We do have a decent amount of money. Want to see what selling the rest will get us. We also saw a ton of success against beak things, which we may have to spread out just so we're not taking unfair beatings from those things, but we might be able to get a pretty good package going where we just kill beak things for their meat and their skin and grab their eggs as well, pile them all on the bowl and keep going. Hunting beak things could be pretty lucrative as long as we won't be able to just sit in death ball, I don't think, because we're gonna take... You can't block a beak thing's attack if it's not attacking you specifically. I don't see their return for tribute. Where are they? Return for tribute. I don't see them. Weird. But that's okay, that's not the end of the world. We are going to squeeze in here and get our sales done. Maybe it's time we did a swamp run. We won't be moving at the speed of sound, so... I think we're kind of at the point where we just let Beep carry him till he's a little older. But we'll see. We need to go back and make sure everyone's got their load out. Okay, now they've arrived, I see. isn't he building that? You need electrical components and iron plates. Is it a weird pathing issue? Yeah. Alright, let's take everyone into the barracks, see what we've got. Who all needs ammo? Bean Hop, you for whatever reason have iron plates on you and you don't need them. Yeah, we're going to need a better product. I think we're going to run trade routes. I think that's the plan. We will just get an absolute pile of hash and sell that. It's not going to be as fast, but we'll also get to work on building up our army strength. So we'll go at it like that, see what we can pull off. Realistically, if we can just recruit more people, that's what's going to let us keep producing more and more copper, selling that off over time. Just being able to run a trade route is going to be something useful. It's really going to come down to the fact that a lot of shops can't afford stuff, so we'll have to go to towns, kind of hang out in town for a while, sell off all of that hash. We're also going to need to be mindful of the fact that Beep does have cybernetics, so he could eventually get worn down if we're not careful. This is going to be quite the trek, though. It's not going to be the most efficient way to grab more money. But at least this way we're not risking Beep dying all the time. It's very sketchy having him running in and out of those nests by himself. In a playthrough where I'm running mods, I'm going to have everybody cybered up. We're going to have everyone running super fast. Everyone's going to be super strong. I am considering, though, doing a playthrough that doesn't use crossbows. Because when you're set up like this where you can't hurt each other, they're very easy to level and they're very powerful. The only thing that kind of balanced them was how annoying it was to keep everyone at range to use them and to keep them from shooting each other. When shooting each other doesn't matter and just all it does is train you to not shoot each other and waste ammo that way from now on, it's just not balanced anymore. I mean, balanced might even be the wrong word. It's just a whole different kind of good. I kind of want to just do melee only, so we also don't have to deal with the logistics of making sure they stay reloaded with ammo. But I'm also really tempted to see what it looks like when you put Eagle's Crosses on some really experienced crossbowmen, and they just go in basically with bolters. Friggin' Space Marines mowing everything down. The other thing, too, that's convenient about this, we don't have the ability to just walk through Acid Rain whenever we want, but we don't lose dexterity. So I'll have to see what chest pieces, like what shirt pieces we can do, but none of the samurai stuff affects dexterity. It affects your crossbow skill, but that's only part of what allows you to reload quickly. So looking at the stats, crossbows themselves are going to be, this affects your accuracy and reload rate, attack speed, block speed, rate of fire, and reload speed. So it's like half and half, you know, our crossbow skill is cut into pretty steeply by using heavy armor at all, but our dexterity isn't. So we still get some increase to our reload speed. So that's going to make us a lot more effective than if we had crab armor. But if I were to make a squad that's just melee, we're absolutely using the crab armor helmet and the crab armor chest. We might mix in the samurai legs, but I'd be looking to make sure we do that. It also may be worth it to have them all just strength train from the start and use heavy weapons, because then all of my warriors are able to kind of AoE and hit groups. Ooh. So this is one of the nastiest things we could see here, and we just want Chomper to stay out of the way. I think we're going to be okay, but we're going to get hurt a lot. So we want everyone to kind of group up so that they can shoot those dang things. Okay, that wasn't too bad. But blood spiders are dangerous. They attack a lot and really fast. We don't necessarily need to worry about the raptors. They're not going to be a problem. Anytime we see blood spiders, though, we've got to take that serious and make sure we adjust our positioning to where we are as optimal as possible. Prayer day's on the way. Just have to hope they keep enjoying their prayer day with casual. Keep it light. End them quickly. I think not, sir. Chomper, you get out to the back. You guys just hold off on shooting till they're actually up here. But if you look at all of these shots, it's just zeros. We're all just... Ooh. Blood spiders. Take ourselves off hold. Looks like that was it. Was a few blood spiders. Swamp Ninja. They've got refitted ninja blades. There we go. That's better than what some of these guys are carrying. Yeah, that's just way better. Why not? We'll take a turtleneck. You got a good weapon. We're going to start with the people that have straight up garbage. Get them better weapons. Zim, you've got a decent weapon. Oh, that's a mid-grade salvage. We got another old refitted blade. There we go. Don't want to bother with a mid-grade salvage. Refitted blade. Nice, we're getting at least small upgrades if nothing else. Inu, so Bean Hop, and Scratch are the only two that have complete dumpster fire weapons. I guess I need to remember now too that we've got the really good squad with us. It's not just Beep and a bunch of noobs, so this is gonna go pretty well. Even the blood spiders aren't that scary because the crossbows being fired with that much volume are going to find their target. He sells drugs, because of course he does. Alright, give me 1 second while we load up here. What's wrong?
He's running.
What did he do?
He didn't feed the dogs.
Or water them? Or just didn't feed them?
He didn't feed them. And
Okay.
He had dinner.
Okay, you just look really pissed off.
Well, he tried to argue with me.
Why?
He was like, well, I was going to do it when I came inside. I was like, what's the rules, son?
Oh no. Tried to argue? That was not the
He
plan.
tried to argue. And their water dish was empty, but we had just come in from taking them out. But the rule is you feed them when you have dinner.
Was he done eating?
He's been done eating.
Yeah, there's no.
He was in
No
there
way
for a
around it.
fence.
Yep.
Alright, I'm not leaving, right? I didn't realize you picked up your headphones, I'm sorry. What's up?
Why would you leave? What would you get?
Nothing. Nothing about right now.
Okay. Because unless you're gonna get enough to where we can comfortably get me vodka, I'm just like, eh.
I will know tomorrow or Thursday, or tomorrow or Wednesday. So you have one more drink.
Okay. Alright, back to it. We've got to go to some of these other villages here. See what we can get. We didn't lose Chomper, okay. Wow, I haven't ran into this many blood spiders before. This is the first time I ran into such a big pile of them. Where are they? So many blood spiders. It's kind of a problem when you're melee, but ranged, lobbing a bunch of bullets at them, we're not having much trouble. Zim, do you just need food? Are you guys eating off of the bowl? You are. You're just not quite ready to eat yet. Okay. If we start to see somebody get too hungry, we'll stop and move the food out of the bull's pack, but I think they're gonna eat out of the bull's pack. No, guys, go this way. No. You guys have to stay together. Or not. Just do what you want, I guess. Oh boy, now we got fighting. What are you fighting? They can't fight in the water. Whatever it is. More blood spiders hanging out in the water. What a mess. Well, while we're in the swamp and we're not moving at the speed of light, we actually get to kind of enjoy just how creepy it is out here. Better go say hi to the holy thous. A glorious day, huh? And he gave me the holy flame, so I've got it. You gotta pick the bottom one at the start. That messed me up. Don't want to say the wrong stuff. Okay. We've got to at least act devoted till we think we can handle those guys, or they'll wipe out my entire team. They don't play around. They might even enslave us if they beat us in a fight. So it's not really what we're all about right now. Okay, we got more. There's a general store. We'll pick up Chomper so we can just do this all in one go. Not have to mess around too much. Chomper. Alright, we used up and sold all of that copper. We bought the hash. Are there any other stores here? There's a bar. Can I buy here, or is it just playing cards? Nope, we don't want to play cards. We'll head to Shark, buy some more there, and then we will head off to the Flats Lagoon. If we run into a bunch of beak things on the way, we might try to take some out, see what we can loot from them, see how that fight goes. Because if it's not super ugly, it'll be worth doing. And I'm just going to carry Chomper. I don't know if it's cheesy. He's barely encumbered now that we're carrying hash and not copper. So he's not even that heavy. Because I could pretty much, I guarantee... Oh, this isn't empty, that's right. Chomper. Let's trade with you. Put this food in your bag. I may have to take that back, but we'll see. Get this all in there. Yeah, see, that would put Beep it pretty encumbered to carry that, so it'd be pretty cheesy to just carry him the whole way. It's not the end of the world having to... We'll carry him because he can't walk into the bars, but it's not the end of the world having to walk in places. Let's trade. Buy more of the sheesh. Who all's got backpack space? You trade Chomper and take some of the food. Now I'm just waiting for it to get daylight again so that I can actually purchase more of that good stuff. We'll probably hit the secret farm too. I don't think we did. We hit that. We probably hit that already. Probably already hit that. All right. Let's see what you got. We're gonna sell our random nonsense weapons. Any other useless garbage we have with us. Okay. Pretty much buy him out of hashish. And then smithy. Oh yeah, the weapon shop. Does this have crossbows? Yeah, they do. Specialist too. We'll take a specialist crossbow. That's too good to turn down. You know, we're trying to stack up money, but we're also trying to stack up specialist armor and crossbows, so that's what the money's for. We'll take that. And then he says hashish will make you happy. Let's see if it's true. Beep carry some. Alright. Now it's time to head for Flats Lagoon. Oh, it's still... We're gonna be moving slow, but... It's kind of weird carrying a fully loaded cow when even Beep's struggling with it. But I guess that's partially because of all the other stuff he had on too. If he were stronger, I wouldn't really have a problem with it. Beep. What they stack in? Stacks of 5. We'll put those on Chomper. That way it's just Beep and the bull. This way we can keep it all grouped together, we don't lose it. We are going to want to look at maybe getting 2 animals, just so that the trek is less crazy. I do think Flats Lagoon is the only place I can sell this where it's a huge profit, though. And we're definitely not swimming up to the Armor King with everybody like this. Okay, so Chomper, you back up. Everybody else, scoot up. Get some more cinema going for you guys. Watch these guys get blasted. They're honestly spending so much time stunned and just getting riddled with bullets that they don't get a chance to fight. It's amazing how good crossbows are. Using them on an individual character you have to keep running with is cool and all, but having them be able to just stand and fight is way cooler. Well, the blood spiders weren't even really a concern. That's nice. Oh, we still got some people that are barefoot. Oh no, we gotta get some sandals. We gotta get some sandals. So yeah, we've got to make sure we move Chomper out of the way or he's going to get dusted. Now he's injured. At least his leg isn't too much. Oh, Hot Lungs is under attack. Hey, everybody help Hot Lungs. What are you doing? How many of those dang things are there? Okay, we are gonna put them on hold after all. Y'all are going crazy. Let's keep going. That's enough of that. If we see more blood spiders, we'll take care of it. We're not hanging out to shoot people crawling on the ground. Maybe the next setup I'll do will be, I'll either do all light weapons with samurai armor or I'm going to do all heavy weapons with the crab armor. And I might still do the samurai pants because I think they're better statistically, but do the crab helm and the crab chest so that we get the acid resistance. Being able to walk anywhere in the map without having to deal with getting melted. Or the beams from the sky in Venge, I don't know if people realize this, if you have immunity to burning from the crab armor, you can just stay in Venge. You can set up shop in Venge. And your enemies will, it's very rare, but occasionally get blasted by fire while they're trying to attack your base. I don't know if it'll destroy buildings. I haven't had that happen yet on my solo playthrough, so we'll have to wait and see. But I'm basically just going to build me a nice little cozy base out in the middle of Venge on my solo playthrough, and I'll let you know how it goes when I just let them come at me. My solo character's a little busted. He's kind of like Beep, but on steroids. He's working on 95 strength, which with the industrial lifter arms will put him up to being able to use the fragment axe that you get from the stone golem, which is the Meitu fragment axe. And it's just like swinging Sephiroth's sword around. But you've got to have 144 total strength just to swing it at normal speed. And on top of that, even for heavy weapons, if I'm not mistaken, dexterity still counts as far as your attack speed. So you have to have really high of both. And you're not going to level it very fast using that thing. So I had to level him using a falling sun and try to do it that way. Now here's where we could run into a lot of beak things. Yep, there's a lot of beak things right there. Let's go start some fights with the beak things. Let's see how it goes. The Band of Bones might even help us here. And we'll put Chomper in the back. And we'll just spread everyone out a little bit so they're not getting grouped up and eaten. But it looks like everybody that isn't up front can kind of just stand next to each other. Ooh, but now we got the spiders. Bombingham's already down. Now it's looking kind of ugly. Beep, where are you? Get in there. Chomper, you gotta move. Take everyone but Chomper off hold. Alright, it's time to start looting these beak things. Make sure they're still dead. The spiders are bad enough, but we don't want the beak things standing up. So that didn't go as well with our less experienced guys. They got hurt pretty bad. But that's okay. That's how we build up that toughness. We also didn't find a nest, which was the upside to all that. And those big ass spiders are kind of a problem. They seem to be as much trouble as the beak things. Nobody lost a limb though, so that's a good start. Nobody lost a limb. I mean, it's kind of crazy that they're talking to General Beep this way. He is that strong. He may not be the strongest, but he's very strong. He's the best fighter here for sure. That's wild you're talking out of the side of your mouth like that. You need to watch your mouth talking to Beep. Well, we made it. Nobody died. Took a little bit of a beating. Let's see if it pays off. We started out roughly around 70,000 cats before we started buying stuff, but we don't really want to count the armor against us. We did get a nice new weapon and some pants. Although I probably shouldn't bother just buying random pieces of armor until we're able to figure out what we need and how much. I think pants are the thing we have the most of. Well, we're not staying in the water, but we'll at least give them a little space. Last thing we need is to get stomped out by a bunch of Garu. Beep, your chest. How is your chest? You're wearing the best armor we have. I guess your stomach isn't 100% covered. That's kind of rough. But your chest is. Like, what's going on here, man? We'll sell off all of these skins too. probably should start with the hash because we can sell the skins anywhere. But I'd like to make sure we get all that out of our inventory too. More high grade pants. We're gonna hold off on buying more pants. Do you have a good weapon for us? Yeah, you do. We'll take that. Okay, we might have to sit it out one more night, but that's okay. We've got a lot of injured. Let's get everybody in bed that we can. At least the ones that really need it. Which is kind of looking like everybody. Or on you literally don't, though. That's funny. Jag Longer's fine. Everybody who was in the back ranks made out just fine. It's everybody who ended up out front that got wrecked. Nobody's really running hungry. I don't see what's really fighting out there, but we'll figure it out. It's not really a big deal for us. Looks like Hot Longs is pretty low. Yeah, I think Hot Longs has the worst injury with that leg. So if we keep an eye on that, keep everybody out of the shop so they don't get in trouble, should be good to go. So let everyone rest up. It is something we have to do here and there if we're going to take our newer fighters out. I think Hot Longs is even one of our more experienced people. Yeah, Hot Longs has been with us for a little bit. Precision shooting is really high. So who... Yeah, it's these. It's literally everyone before Oron. Zim, you're getting up there. Your melee's kind of garbage. Crossbows. The precision shooting goes up so fast. And it's really kind of random on who ends up out front, who gets shot in the back, and who gets to shoot people in the back, and things like that. Our toughness, though, is coming up nicely. I think the lowest I'm seeing here is 19. 18. And then the rest of those guys are a lot higher. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on everybody, heal up. This is a good time to take a little break. If you're watching right now, it looks like for the most part I get more people watching after the fact. So sometimes you'll see little pauses here and there. I do have a wife and kid and dogs, and sometimes stuff happens, but for the most part they do a good job letting me stream. They don't interrupt me unless they really need to. But if you're watching after the fact, stuff like this, these rest breaks, you can probably just zip forward a little bit and get back into the action. For the most part, especially for this playthrough. I'm trying to keep it very action oriented unless I have to sit and let everyone rest. We're going to try and do this kind of setup instead of Beep just running full speed the whole time. We're going to actually fight. We're going to actually go across the map running a trade route. This trade route did net us, something like 70,000 cats. We basically doubled our money, and we haven't even finished selling everything yet. And we bought stuff. We bought armor and weapons. So we're doing good. Who's still missing? Scratch has a junk weapon and Bean Hop. So we'll give that to Bean Hop, and we'll remember that Scratch still has a Dirty Birdie weapon. Alright, Hot Longs may not be 100% yet, but she's good enough to get moving, I think. We should see a reset on their inventory. Yep, and we'll be able to sell stuff. Fantastic. They've got specialist toothpicks. We'd love to see it. We'll grab some ammo too. Why not? So much money. Check in with the armor guy. We're going to be a little pickier with armor now that we're getting down the road on it. We'll grab those high-grade chest plates. And he's got a weapon. Perfect. Scratch, you get a new weapon. Alright, no one's wearing actual garbage anymore for their weapon. That's all I can promise about that. Do they have bags here? Can we get some new... Nope, not the bags we want. Sell that. Dish out the med kits later. We made some good money. Still doubled our money even with buying armor. That's what it's about. We've got enough stuff. We're going to want to head back. Probably go... Let's go back to the beast traders, pick up another animal, and go from there. I do think that we're going to enjoy doing this trade route. We're going to... Yeah, I'll buy your overpriced lantern. I don't care. Oh, this is just random stuff. Nothing fancy. We'll take the food, though. I was hoping he'd try and sell me that overpriced lantern, because lanterns are a pain in the butt to get, other than when you get accosted by these guys in the middle of nowhere and they try to tell you, you've got to buy this lantern or you're gonna die, boy. And then we'll pay the overpriced fee for the lantern and keep going. Now, something to think about, though, while we could be immune to the fire if we had the right stuff, one, we're not wearing that right now, and two, our animals are not going to be immune to it no matter what. Let's see what the traders have for us. There's just a pile of corpses out front. It's insane. Let's see what you got. No lanterns. Just food. We've got everything else, guys. This is not premium. We need books. We do need books. I'll give you that. We needed regular books. We'll spend some cash on that. Thank you for bringing us the regular gas books. Did I close the gate? We'll open the gate. You deserve better, no hives. Yes, we do. I agree. Nope, nope, nope. Come on in. Let's see what research we need. We're not going to get hydroponic cotton. We'll need hemp. We need 2 hemp. Oh, that guy might have had that. We can get that from Squint if we need to, I think, though. We certainly can from the swamp. I know I wanted to get training. We want turret training. And then lockpick training. Because those are going to be very useful. So we'll hit the nomads, and then we'll hit one of these northern cities maybe to see if we can get some hemp. Don't know if we can buy that from the swampers. It's pretty crazy how we went from our bases getting overrun and in shambles to being able to reliably defend it with 7 people by just putting turrets in the right place and making sure we're ready for anything that happens. But now we can take these 6 guys back out of the squad, and they're going to be at least useful in a fight. They're going to be able to help defend the base. They're not just going to stand around dying like our previous guys did. And some of these guys went through that, so they understand that they need to learn how to fight. It's not acceptable to not know how to fight. They saw firsthand what happens when you've got civilians sitting in a base out in the middle of nowhere. Have everybody but Chomper advance. We're going to spread everyone out again. I don't like to do that, but against the Beakers, we kind of have to. Because the minute they're stacked up, that's when we get wrecked. And if we all attack the same beak thing, we should be able to take them down pretty good. There we go. Love it. Have to love it. You know what? Honestly, take the meat too. Why not? Come on, Chomper. I know you got room. There we go. We'll be able to cook that meat up too. Oh, looks like this Garu didn't make it. That's rough. This Garu should not have gotten in the middle of it. Hey, the door's open. That means we can go in, right? Show me them animals. Okay, we've got a bull. We've got a Garu. We obviously are going to name him Gary. Not gay. Not gay. We're going to name him Gary. Oh, that would have not been the best. And then Beep's going to buy a Garu backpack. Give that to Gary. Hello, Gary. Fine, we'll just trade with Gary. Gary will be on hold passive. What do we have here? Kind of only going to see numbers if I don't get rid of the UI. This will let you guys see the action a little bit better. You won't really be able to tell who's hurting who the most, but you'll see these guys getting shot and stunned over and over. Oh, are the arrows? No, the arrows still show up. Yeah, not even a problem. Alright. Oh, there's more fight to be had over here. Scoot up a little and shoot him in the face. Throw that on Chomper. Don't forget the meat. That's free food. Free is free. Was it just two beak things? Looks like it. You know, honestly, this gear isn't worthless. Here, Beep. Pick up the Garu. May as well take some spoils back, right? I don't know if this is going to be enough to even justify looting, honestly, but it's something. And it'll give old boy something to carry. So we need to check for him. I don't know. Oh, Gary, can you gotta stay with the group, buddy. You're gonna get murdered. Let's hit the way station. Oh, what's going on here? Why are you guys so... Oh, I see. Their job was attacking enemies. We're not trying to be all about it like that, okay? Let's carry on. That's funny. They were set to attack enemies as a job. That's why they were going so nuts. That explains it. We're going to get up out of the swamp. We're going to run around the easy route, get stuff home, make sure everybody's got ammo, and then we'll head back through the swamps for another run. Are these beakers going to attack us? No, they don't want none. I'm surprised how well we do against the beak things. Ooh. He wants some, and he's not in the water. What are these guys? Dust bandits? Oh, we absolutely want a piece of the dust bandits. Move up a little bit. There it is. Oh, even more. Keep our pets somewhat close in case there's animals that like to get froggy. We don't want them getting in a fight. I love just watching this play out as they get shredded by everybody just blasting them. Ooh, are you hurting Zim? Oh, you're barely scratched. Don't be a baby. Hardly anyone's injured at all. Let's cut the crap. Let's not pretend like you're dying. It is going to be nice seeing the crazy epic battles we're going to have. Oh, this is not nice. Okay. So let's get the animals out over here. We're all going to shoot the same beak thing, and he's going to die almost instantly. Love it. Love it. Okay, we do work against beak things. We do not need to be afraid of them at all. We absolutely work them over. That's lovely. We just take them out so fast by just focusing one down. It's just not a problem. That's what you like to see. We were effective against random wild animals. We did pretty good against blood spiders. Honestly, I think the only reason we had that rough fight with blood spiders and beak things, well, those were sand spiders and beak things, we weren't focus firing. And against the animals with tons of HP, we're really going to want to do that. I think anytime we run into enemies we would consider a tough fight, we should do that. Turn for tribute's on its way. That's no big deal. We want to sell you guys all this skin and all this random junk. And then we'll buy the useful stuff you guys have. Um. Oh no. Sorry, everybody's going a little crazy. Let's get this junk sold. No, not the ammo. Give that back. Sell that. Okay, is there anything? They did not have hemp. That's kind of scuffed. We'll take the cotton. Advanced harpoonery. We have all that. Okay. Well, we were able to sell off all that junk. We need to figure out where we're going to buy hemp. I'm really not sure where. Let's get back to base, dump some stuff off, and we'll go from there. You know, honestly, normally I'd be wrapping up the stream by now for sure, but we're kind of on a roll and I'm having way too much fun. And my family's busy doing stuff with everybody else, so we can do a long stream today. Why not? We'll go at it a little bit longer. It's kind of weird doing these because from what I can tell, looking at Streamlabs, it shows there's not a lot of people watching at the moment, which is cool. I'm new. I don't, it doesn't bother me, but I see something like 17, 18 views after the fact, it looks like. So if you're watching after, definitely comment on it. It's basically just like any other video. Let me know what you're thinking. Maybe I don't stop and let you see the fighting enough. Maybe you're not that worried about it and you just want to see me progress. Let me know what you think, what you want to see. Because the whole point is to entertain you with how I play Kenshi and the way I like to do things. So if it's not entertaining, then it's not really accomplishing the goal. Okay, it does not look like I'm getting very far with this mining business, so let's see about what else I could be. I could just be another turret guard. You just don't want me starving to death. Gotta keep an eye on the whole starving to death thing. Well, and I can't be a turret guard because then I won't repair the gate when needed. We'll see. It might just have me chill until there's science to research. It's nice having animals, though. They're not tearing through my food like I was worried about. And just having them to carry stuff has been nice. We should stop by at the hub and see if we can get bags. Bags are one of the worst things to try and figure out how to get more of. Go, and we're gonna actually set everybody to taunt so that these guys are not getting attacked. And then here's our battle in the night. You can see most of us taking aim and just shooting them. Ooh, where are you going? Oh, did they get injured? He's going to take care of them, I guess. Make sure they're okay. I love that I can turn the UI off like that. Just let you guys enjoy the fight. And I like seeing it too without the numbers flashing in the way. Let's see. I bet I can turn off the numbers because we don't need that. I like the damage numbers when I'm trying to figure out how good I'm doing. Show damage numbers off. We're going to do off. I like seeing the big hits and whatnot, but I feel like I'm losing a little bit of it having the UI off. We'll see how this feels. I guess that's the long and short of it. Oh, Gary did get hurt. Fair enough. Okay, are we not able to cross here? So we've got to go clear up here to cross. That's why everyone's being so difficult. But yeah, whenever, if you guys are watching this after the fact and you're enjoying watching me try to build up a base with nothing but 30 people, keep it running, keep it organized, no mods. This is raw Kenshi. But you've got some other stuff you want to see more of, or you think, crossbows are gay, that you're cheating. Let me know. We'll switch to melee weapons if that's really what everybody wants to do. I'm down to clown, especially with the samurai armor. I've really never done anything but crab armor or assassin's rags. So having a dexterity stat while in heavy armor is brand new to me. So I can be talked into almost anything. I play this game borderline religiously. It's one of my favorite games. I do so many different playthroughs. I'll conquer the world and then just start all over again from a different angle. Okay, let's see if we can buy some bags. We can buy baby bags. I guess that's better than nothing, but I really wish you would hook me up with good stuff, man. I really do. I want the big bags. We're going to focus on armor and crossbows with the majority of our money till we have it. And we are going to focus on getting our armor specialist and above. We're not going to buy any more junk since we're so close to having everyone armed up. That's what we could have me doing. What am I thinking? There's not just science to do. I could be making us ammo. That might be a good use of my time. Oh, well, I guess I'm not going to carry ammo around with me while I'm doing that. And we're home. Everybody made it back. It's kind of nice that we didn't come back to the place being absolutely destroyed. It was really rough coming back to see that. Alright, let's go. I mean, honestly, I had a meltdown. I built peeler machines and put the bandits into them when I got back. We went scorched earth. They were punished beyond punishment. I was not happy with those damn bandits. Okay, so we've got 4 sets of pants that are at least high grade or better. 3 chests. We need chests and helmets. We need some regular shoes too. Alright, does anyone else have anything? Yep, Chomper needs to hand over those. Pick up. And then we'll come over here. Want to put a campfire over here. Just a regular campfire where I can cook the meats. We'll put Chomper down. Put that above the arrow making bench. We'll have me trade with the beasts of burden. And I'll get to cooking that stuff and putting that food away. And then I'll make ammo after that. This will just make sure we put that stuff to good use. Now, who needs new medical supplies? You're doing okay. You've got something. Basically, we're looking for people who just don't have medical kits. Like Zill. Zill does not have a medical kit at all. We'll get him hooked up. looks like for the most part we've stayed pretty well equipped. We'll put the big health kits on everybody that has a little one now that we went through and made sure everyone had one at all. And we'll look for the little splint kits too. Anyone with a little split kit, we're going to put a large one there. Okay, I think we're good. We need a Medicrate if we don't have one already. We do. Alright, it's loaded up anyway. And these guys can stay stocked up on food. I'm okay with them having a bunch on them. Let's make sure everybody's got a decent amount of ammo. We'll say 6 or better. Yeah, Beep stays strapped, doesn't mess around. We're going for bare minimum 6, but we have a ton of ammo, so we may as well carry it around with us. We'll hit AdMag too, see if we can score some more bags. We really want everyone to have a regular Thief's backpack or the Trader's backpack, preferably a Thief's backpack. I think we can let the animals carry the food. Honestly, we can let the animals carry some ammo too, just a little bit for extra backup. So we made a lot of money off of that, and that's going to let us do our hiring. Let's see here, we're talking 32, so 33, we'll round up, 43, 53, 50, so 60K, and we need 6 sets, so we need 360,000 cats. Once we have that, we'll have enough to buy armor for everyone. We won't have enough to recruit people. Are we at, what are we at? We're at 24, yeah, we need 6 people. At 3,000 is 18,000 plus 360, 378,000, 380,000 cats. That's our goal. What is this? What is this? Check warrior. So once we get to 380,000 cats, we have the money to recruit and get the armor we need. And we will stop doing this, going on trips until we get all of our people set up. We'll put our people who are managing food back at the base. Yeah, we gotta do prayer day. As you do. Show the holy flame. Take his hand. And then it's just the top one from there on out. It doesn't take much to keep them happy, luckily. Do we still have everybody? We do. Oh wow, we're already there. We're moving. So we didn't bother bringing the copper with us. It wasn't really enough money to matter. Like, it sold and it made us some money to get started, but it's really just going to be grabbing the hash and selling it that leads to all of our profits. So being super heavy on the way here doesn't do us a lot of good. No, we don't want to go into the water. I'm trying to keep everyone together because getting split up is not... Oh boy. Getting split up isn't what we want. But, okay, put them over there. Everybody else, like, right here. Kill those damn spiders. Do these things are they even valuable to kill? Not even remotely, you bastards. It'd be cool if they had like an expensive gland or something that was worth a lot of money, but I guess in such a low science world, you're not really going to see that. The swampers should pay us for proof of killing them, though. Like a full set of teeth from one of those should be proof of death. I think that'd be cool. I think that kind of allows for that kind of D&D-esque, you loot the corpse and get paid for it. In a dangerous area like the swamp, it makes sense. Hey, you took care of some blood spiders. That's fewer blood spiders trying to work their way into town and eat us. So we'll take it. But nobody really goes for that these days. That's a hideout? Alrighty. Somebody should be out here selling stuff, right? It's a little early. There it is. Get your drugs. Yep, hook me up. Oh, there's the hemp we need. Beautiful. Beautiful. We were looking for that. And then we'll hit tab. Oh goodness. Alt. There we go. We don't want to bring anyone from the base down here. That's how you get your friends killed. Show me what you got. He's got a lot of hemp. This is going to let us actually start the hemp farm. That's glorious. Ooh, backpacks. Hello. We'll take traders' backpacks. They let us carry the stackable items in large quantities, so we'll take that. We're not going to worry about the rest. Helmets, tangle must. Anything interesting that I would maybe want to craft? No. Okay. So we were able to go to Rot, and we'll check out Mudtown. Oh, Chomper, you good? We were able to get the hemp we need so that we can start doing cloth at home. Maybe add one more building or just one little small hemp thing to farm. Nothing crazy. Once everyone's a worker and a fighter, it'll be a little different. Before we were trying to have our fighting group and then our working group, and while that didn't work out great, it initially made sense. 30 people is just a really small number to try and put together a fighting crew and a working crew. I think ideally you'd want some fighters defending the base, some fighters going out in the field, and then your workers in town who are strictly focused on doing their jobs. Because that way they get better at it, they get more efficient, and they're just doing that in the background. You know, we should have hundreds of thousands of cats worth of copper and things like that. We're not going to buy any more hemp. We don't need that much just to get started. We just want enough to build the first piece or so to the farm. Is this the guy? No, we're not playing cards. That's a regular swamp dome. We bought from just about everybody here. Now we'll head to Shark. We're going to try and fill both of our pets up, because by the time we get there, we're going to want to probably need to take a break in the town anyway, just because of all the fighting we're going to do, digging through beak things and all these random shithole bandits. These guys don't seem to want to fight, so we're not going to fight. We're out here to make money. That's the main goal right now. The fighting is just kind of incidental. We get a little more experience for our less experienced guys. Our very experienced guys get to stretch their legs a little. No, that's the gambling thing. That's not what I want. We just want to check out all the shops. Okay, you don't have anything I need. You have argue books, maybe, but not really. Weapons, we can get our crossbows here. I think they've got some good crossbows. Do they have any good ones? That's the question. High toothpick is good enough, I think. I think we'll go with high. Anything high or better for toothpick. We'd like to do specialist, but those can be pretty rare. Show me what you have. Lots of backpacks. No hash. Ninja pants? That's tempting. But I don't think we're going to need to craft our own stuff anytime soon. They've got backpacks though. That's a good start. Pause here because we don't want to run out of time buying stuff. Very nice. And then these two shops are the other two we've got to get to. Not a lot here. I guess he had some, but it was such a meaningless amount. This is where we can buy more hash. And we're not blowing through all of our money, so we know we can afford more. We'll hit this village on the way out. We don't necessarily need to load down both Garu with hash, but I would have liked to. You know what? Let's hit this other swamp village. Let's get loaded up. Let's go this way. Let's see if we can get both of them pretty loaded up. We might even want to invest in getting a map of the swamps. I feel like we're missing some of the villages here. What is it? This just a shithole. He's selling stuff though. Yep, there we go. There's more hash. He is not selling hash. That's kind of obnoxious. That's really all we're here for, guys. Come on now. Okay. We'll hit that village and then we're out of here. Every now and then you'll see me draw on the box like this. That's just to make sure one of these doesn't stay not lit up. Because that means we lost somebody somewhere. Zim, you got blasted at some point. Alright, let's see here. probably say let's see or let's see here way too much. I'll have to get out of that habit. It's just me trying to get back into making sure I'm explaining what we're doing. That way, anytime you pop in, you can see what's going on, have a rough idea. Right now, we're just buying more of this hashish and making sure we sell it. Okay, this village probably has somebody selling it there, but that's about it. But we'll wait and see how much we can get. It looks like we also didn't hit that village, so that's something too. We missed that village. We could do a circuit, hit Swamp Village into Swamp Village, come up through Shark, hit the Gray Flare and Rot on the way out, and make sure we get the full circuit done.
Big one.
It just hit me. I think that the Garu and the Bull are counting towards our squad, and that is not ideal. We might actually be getting rid of them once we're done hauling stuff. I can't believe they count as a... I mean, it makes sense. It's a squad limit, but... I don't really want to have them counting against us when those could be 2 more fighters. Although I guess if I got a Bull instead of a Garu, maybe it'd count for something. Maybe he'd be okay at fighting. I'm not sure. The Garu's got better strength and dexterity already. Who knows? I just don't see them being any good in a fight. And they're always going to be in the way when we try to shoot off our crossbows. Okay, we got a little bit more. We are loaded up again, though, so let's head to the Flats Lagoon. Ooh, the base is under attack. Somebody squeezed in again. Stuff drives me crazy. Oh, General Beep Squad's under attack. We better get on that. Hold on. So base, we'll put you guys back on jobs as soon as you're done eating. You guys there. You guys there. What's attacking us? Okay, from that side. Zill, are you out of ammo? No. I just wanted to get after it, I guess. Do any of these guys have good weapons, maybe? Refitted blade. Doesn't look like it. Alright, we'll leave that be. Red Saber and Swamp Ninja, huh? Well, we'll take all of you on. Let them come into us. There we go. We don't need to go off after anybody, guys. Chill. They're about it. And see, now our animals aren't even over encumbered, which is nice. They're already getting the hang of this stuff. I don't like that everybody's separating, but it's usually pretty temporary. They usually come together down the road somewhere like this. We still got a lot of food on us too. There's a ruined farm here. Now that we know what we're made of, we honestly could probably take out a lot of those tech spiders. It's questionable how good we're going to be at going to... Where is it? The Black Desert City, though. Because if we don't have immunity to acid rain, and those robots are going to do so much damage. They usually wear armor-penetrating weapons or weapons that do blunt damage, which for some reason are more effective against armored people. I don't know what the math is there or what the specific reason is, but that's my understanding. And... oh, what do we have here? Are these enemies? Oh yeah, these are definitely enemies. So we'll back up, get our guys out of there, and we'll start shooting these guys up. Now I feel more like the numbers are our only real indication that they're taking damage. Where is it? Graphics? Nope. General. We'll put it to simple. Maybe there'll be less numbers. Yeah, see, all of those little numbers show our actual individual shots going off. Pick up Gary for a second. Launch that guy. I'm not even sure if this is worth taking the time to pick up, but figure we'll take something, right? We're trying to make money. I wish their equipment was worth more, and it's really going to be fun doing stuff like this, again, with mods. Mods make this game 1,000 times better. The purpose of this series is just to show you guys you don't need mods for it to be playable by any means. You just need to learn what the base game is like, what works and what doesn't. But with mods, you can have mods where, you know, Dust Bandits are going to have about 1,000 cats on them a piece, which makes getting money easier. It does. But it makes a lot more sense. If they don't even have the money to buy a couple of meals, they're going to starve to death soon. It doesn't make sense that the bandits that are robbing everyone are broke all the time and have no money. It doesn't make sense that the slavers that are supposed to be super wealthy have no money. It just doesn't make sense. So it's really good to see things that make looting people worthwhile. Because otherwise you have to run these trade routes. And the only trade route that's worth it is running this hash route. But with mods, there's a mod, like I said, when they have loot on them, we can go kill Dust Bandits, loot their corpses, take all of their armor, equipment, the cats they have, and they'll have treasure on them sometimes, like paintings and stuff. that type of thing makes it way more valuable and worthwhile to fight these guys. Come on, sell me an overpriced lantern. You know I want it. No, no overpriced lantern. Oh, but you'll probably buy the random junk we have, right? We don't want to sell them the hash. No, they don't buy it at the good price. We don't want to sell that. Okay, moving on. We do want to steer clear of boneyard wolves if we can. They attack so fast, and they're usually in decent numbers. Alright, let's get in here. Specialist toothpick. We like to see that. We'll take the high grade too. Why not? We'll stock up on ammo. Let's make sure we get into the expensive shops before they close, and we'll hit the inn afterwards. I say expensive. The shops that actually have money on them is what I really mean. High grade, we'll take high grade. High grade and above for armor is fine for now. I think I said I was only going to take specialist, but I don't know that we want to be that picky just yet. He's already broke. Goodness. We are going to need to wait here a minute to be able to sell everything. Does everyone have some kind of backpack? Yes, everyone has some kind of backpack. Fantastic. When you think about all the stuff we've bought so far, we're making good money here. So we really just have to sleep through the night, or even just rest through the night. No one's really injured enough to need to go lay in a bed. But we'll just chill, wait for them to reopen. We did get here at a pretty good time, so we'll catch them when their stuff restocks. And we'll be able to get this stuff sold. Again, we're looking for around, I think, 380,000 cats is what we came up with. Even if you want to round it to 400, but 380 will give us enough money to recruit people and enough money to buy them armor. We don't even need that much, because if you look at, say, not masterwork but specialist, you know, the price is severely lower. Especially the chest piece, the biggest piece, you're looking at almost 10k cats less. Multiply that by 6, you know, you're looking at 30, you know, it's just very different. Very different. It'd be like 330,000 cats. So if we get anywhere above about 350, we should be good. And you got to think we've already bought the crossbows, which is something we were worried about. The other thing that's going to stink is we got to get rid of these animals, which I really don't want to do because we can't re-recruit them. But they'll at least stop eating our food, I guess. We'll have to set them free. I mean, they're just going to get eaten. That's the worst part. You set animals free. You want to talk about putting them out to pasture. They are going to die. If you just set animals free, they are going to die. It's kind of sad how certain it is. But I really don't want them taking up the spot of 2 people that could be fighting for us. Because our goal really is going to be to tell everybody that stops by for their little demands to heck off. We're going to basically declare our independence. But with there only being 30 of us, I guess that doesn't make sense. we probably want to ally with someone. I have to remember. I love the idea of dotting cities all over the place, especially if we just conquer and destroy everyone. But that's just not feasible with 30 people. We'll have to pick someone to ally with. Considering we're mostly Shek, we'll probably just ally with the Shek Kingdom. Hey yo, can I sell you stuff? No, I can't sell you the stuff I really want to sell you, so I'll just wait. We're so patient. Ooh, they didn't restock. What's going on here? Did you guys restock? Yeah, bingo. Okay, we have stuff to sell you. And they have backpacks, but not the ones we really want. We'll take the med kits, though. The med kits are valuable. Those are going to be very useful to have. Let's see what the armor shop's got. Did they restock? They did. Standard. Shoddy. We are not shoddy. We're not here for that nonsense. Masterwork Eagles Cross. This is like having a bolt rifle. This is some Space Marine shit. When you shoot someone with this, and you gotta understand, none of the stats in the game lower the damage of a crossbow. It's just what quality of crossbow is it. And the Eagles Cross will just pop someone's limb off or blow their brains out in one shot. So it's worth considering that. He's still broke. Yeah, if you are broke, just say that. Like, come on, man. Maybe the innkeepers have reset. Nope. So that's kind of or we'll wait a little bit, see if they reset further. We don't want to leave without selling all of this. That's kind of the other downside of not having mods. I should be able to just sell all this stuff, and I can't. That guy is not a beast trader. That's a Hive Caravan boss. What do you have, sir? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay. We tried. It is very tempting to buy that Masterwork Eagles Cross and hand it to Beep. Oh, they got two of them. Oh. But I don't have anyone making those. We're not going to do that. Alright, now everybody's safe. I'm going to take y'all off of jobs. Make sure you all eat. Is anybody hungry? No? Okay. Back to work then. I just want to finish selling the hash here. If we can just get that going, that would be great. Oh, they've got money though. Okay, we can at least sell them that much. I don't want to just buy random shit just to sell this stuff. That defies the point. Because we did that math earlier, counting that we were missing 6 people, so all that math I did was a waste of time. We're just going to know we roughly need 500,000 cats to get it done. Somewhere in that ballpark. And I don't think we're going to get that with this run. We also could look at doing some... Ooh, we could hit these old towers in Venge, just try not to get melted. That could be fun. Go get some science, sell it off. It's just so hard to use this equipment and go out into those acid rain areas, we're going to suffer. And it decreases your ability to attack and defend yourself, makes you easier to knock out. Still haven't reset. Goodness, guys, come on. He has, though. He's always got money. My goodness. Sheesh. Better backpacks. Okay, we like that. We'll buy better backpacks. And the healing kits. We like that. We want the armor and stuff, but we'll take it. We already have all the swamp locations, apparently. I'm not terribly worried about the maps. Do you guys have it? You guys have money again. These guys refresh fast. Some of them do. Standard ass. We don't need any standard ass. Okay. So we're up to 200 and some thousand cats. That's pretty dang good. Khaled, unfuck yourself, please. So we probably need a little bit of food before we proceed. We can just do another run straight up. We can just be home on the range. We're doing runs. We've still got room. We were a little tight on room, actually. Let's go back. We'll probably make it back to base and call it a night. Oh, what do you got? Nothing good. We'll make it back to base. We'll call it a night. It's getting late. I don't want to stay on too long. But this has been a ton of fun getting this army up and running. I'm definitely enjoying doing these runs way more than just letting Beep steal beak thing eggs. It was like a necessary evil, and it worked, but he almost died. He was very close to dying. If he didn't turn into Nugget Beep and crawl along on the ground trying to hide from the half-blind beak things, he might have died. And I'm not really trying to lose my general. He's the guy who can get just about anything done if he has to. And he makes me want to buy more robot arms, but the money required is obscene. So we'll see. We might augment some more people. Depending on how looting the people we conquer goes, we could see ourselves doing something like that, but we're not going to have the animals. Once we get enough money to hire and gear everybody, we're not going to use the pack animals. I want to, but missing 2 entire people worth of fighting is just not going to cut it. So really, if you've been watching up to now, we're trying to get somewhere between 300 and 500,000 cats to fully equip the recruits we don't have yet. And we're using our pack animals to carry our hash. We've been able to protect them pretty well. They haven't been a burden. But we're not trying to spend a ton of time doing this any more than we were running Beep back and forth. We want to get to where we have an army that we can either, thumb our nose at the Holy Nation or tell the Shek that we're not giving them food anymore. We're probably going to ally with the Shek, but it's going to require something like capturing the Bugmaster or defeating the Holy Nation. And as crazy as that sounds, I think taking out the Bugmaster might actually be simpler. So maybe that'll be something we do. See, look at how quickly we take these guys out, and it's always nuts. Grab the meat and the skin. We are going to take the fast way home, though. We're not going to trudge through the swamps. But maybe that's our next target. We get all of our people geared up, and we head out for the Bugmaster. Maybe that's the next thing. We get allied with the Shek Kingdom. I'm not sure without Reactive World how that's going to behave. We could end up with... Guys, don't split up. We could end up getting out of paying the food tribute, which would be really cool. If we could get out of that... Because it doesn't make sense to be allied with them and respected by them, but then they're like, you're a dirty flat skin, when we're almost all Sheks anyway. You're a dirty flat skin, give us your food. Let's not do that. My very next playthrough, though, without a doubt, will be like it'll be like an Emperor of Mankind playthrough. We're going to make a huge army. We're going to play to the limit of 256. We're not going to have any animals. It's all going to be people. Oh, we're just on the way home. We could get in some free work here. Take out bandits. We kind of see taking out bandits as part of our job here. I think that eliminating bandits on sight makes sense. We don't want anything to do with these dirty bandits. We want them out of here. Nope, leave the animals alone. They're just gonna kite you and run away. We want to see some of these guys peel off and start shooting. That's where we get our big advantage. It's not just the heavy armor keeping us from taking too much damage. It's from being able to shoot our crossbows. What is going on there? Even more bandits, huh? Nope, we don't want you getting attacked by a wolf. Alright, time to head back. Does everybody got bandaged that needed it, right? Zim, you're wanting some food, maybe? Yep. I don't think we have any food in the backpacks of our people. Is anybody hungry? Okay, good. I'm gonna head over here and make sure we get across this infinite divide that the game just can't figure out how to cross. Looks like we can cross right here by the hub. But everything down here we can't get through there. Apparently there's no road up. But once we get back to town, we'll do a count on crossbows and armor, figure out what we need, and get the hemp fabric started. Oh, special goods. We have the hivers here. And they brought hemp. What a joke. What a joke. Okay. We're not worried about it. We're going to be doing hemp, so we're not going to do cotton. I'll sell that shit. Yeah. Thanks for not a whole lot. Make sure we still have everybody. It's going to be really nice when we get up to the full 30 people and they're all armed and ready to fight. So we'll move those guys here, us here. We'll attack all. So this just kind of shows, even when we're outnumbered, if we can just get 1 or 2 people off to the side and let a couple people take a double team, that's when our shooters can start to really leverage the fact that they're just shooting at people that aren't hitting them. And we'll start to pull ahead in numbers, and it'll get more and more ridiculously in our favor. Cat, what are you? Oh, so we'll take everybody off ranged. Attack that guy. But if you look at these guys now, you have to think, these guys were just cooking food and doing nothing else. Now we're in the 18 and 25 for attack and defense. 20 some odd crossbows. They're getting to be pretty skilled fighters compared to the average riffraff we're going to encounter on a day-to-day basis. And that's what matters. That's what we wanted. They're tough enough to do something useful. Now I think the calculus here is just to, we'll go hire our 6-8 people. We might do a couple more runs tomorrow just to make sure we have enough capital to buy what we need. But then we're going to hire our 8 people, gear them up, and then we're going to just, I might do some off-screen food farming just to make sure we have it. But that'll be about it. I might just let the game run and let us produce some food. That way we have it there and we'll just go on a rampage. We'll start wiping out some basic stuff. I think the Bugmaster should be our first thing we do. Once we think we've got a 30 squad of people who can really mess stuff up, we'll take everybody, we'll leave. If someone takes over the base, we'll wipe them out when we get back. And we're going to try and ally with the Czech Kingdom. I feel like that makes the most sense. I feel like we would be allied with the Czech Kingdom. Soto, you're over here working that bench. What am I doing? Research bench. Okay, so Soto and I are conflicting. So we'll work on a different arrow making bench. But this is going to be, we don't really need the copper. We got the steel. What does steel bars sell for? Nothing. So let's say iron plates. We sell for 99 versus 600. They sell for what we buy them for. That's a big difference too. I wonder how many it takes just to make that. Make sure these guys are eating. Jinsei, I know you're injured, but you probably shouldn't be doing that. And Khaled, you should be working. He's got room. Okay, y'all are just kind of waiting. We gotta build stuff back up when we get back because the plants went unattended and died, I bet. Now we got people cooking. Birmingham, is your inventory too full? Let's take a look at our cooks here. No, it looks like they've got a pretty good open inventory. Everybody's just kind of hurt and wanting to rest up. Let's take a look here. Drop our armor. So now we need 4 more chest plates, 3 more pants, and 8 helmets. And we have enough crossbows. That's excellent. Let's do storage, hemp. We should have that, right? Maybe not. Check the research under farming. Hydroponic hemp. Hashish production? Oh my. Okay. That could be a whole different thing. That really could. We're gonna need more power though. We're gonna need more wind generator twos. And then we probably want another building altogether. We don't need these. Building, we want another station house, and this will be where we maybe make hashish instead of, ooh, okay, no, we don't quite have room there. We could probably put it here though, which isn't too far from the well. I think that's good enough. It's close enough to the wells to not matter. Can we get some cloth built and some hashish? Do we do hashish or do we do the cloth? Because the cloth's just going to let us operate for a little bit. I say we set up for both. We'll just make a bunch of hemp and then set up for both. Who all's working engineering and who all can? More on your engineering, right? Yep, you're at work. Hot Longs is doing it. Jag, we do not need copper anymore. Let's get you engineering. Inu, we've got electricals. We've got them. So we're going to take you off that until I'm proven otherwise, and we'll get you engineering. Bean Hop's making sure we got them iron plates. Griffin, you're not doing fucking anything. You can engineer. You also should be medicing. Hello. Obviously the ore drill's gotta work. Don't need me attacking enemies. We do want me doing research. Grog, rum. Automatic loom hemp. Advanced battery power. We need more ancient science books to get better batteries. Oh, these guys. Man, I hate these guys. I can't wait to tell them to shove it. Well, I can't. We're mostly made out of Shek. We're not going to want to turn them down. We got plenty of food for you. Go for it. I mean, it's not bad having our nice little outpost here next to Squin. We're close enough. I'm actually pretty happy with this setup. We're able to get a lot done. Now we just need more batteries. So let's take Beep off of jobs and see where we could fit more batteries. Okay, we need another battery building. That makes sense. Building, we want another storm house. I can go right here. Or right here even. Just do it right next to it. Put him back on jobs. And this will burn through some of the materials we've made, but we're going to have plenty of electrical components for what we're trying to build. So we're going to do a little base building. I won't bore you guys to death with this. We've got food production back in full swing. Once we get this building built up, we're going to look at our hemp production. We might just make our own hashish. And I think, Inu, were you... We're going to put you back on the electrical bench, because I think I was wrong. We're going to need more of those. But we'll get these buildings built up. We'll get power going, and we'll probably just start making our own hash, because the profits from that are going to be insane. It's going to cost us nothing once we get it built. So we'll start there, and we'll get to making our own cloth, which will allow us to either A, put the martial artist bindings on people, which is great because they do extra damage, but that's only melee, or B, we'll use it to make sandals. We're still going to just purchase our armor and crossbows. It would take me another week of actual real-time streaming and playing to get an armor smith or a crossbow smith trained up. We're not going to do all that. We're going to purchase our armor and our weapons. We're going to make our own ammo. And we're going to make our own shoes, because it's just real cheap to make. But yeah, we'll wrap it up here. This was casually dedicated. I am just playing a pseudo-modless Kenshi playthrough. There's no changes to the gameplay. The only difference is the nice, clean, dark UI, a little bit of performance mods, and a nicer map. So as far as what you're able to do in the game, this nice dark UI doesn't make you more able to make cats or kill enemies. So if you don't want to deal with downloading mods, sorting through them, you'll be able to just jump right in. And as long as your computer's not a potato, you will have no issues whatsoever. If your computer is a potato, you'll have to try harder. But we'll wrap it up here.